Hi everyone, John Davenport from photography.com, and today we're going to look a little bit at how I created this photograph here. Um, when I was out in the field, I got this idea to create a vertical panoramic image. I thought that it'd be kind of cool to see what would happen if I decided to just tilt my lens back incrementally and then stitch all those images together in Photoshop later. So I'm going to kind of show you how I went through that process here in Photoshop and in Lightroom. So first thing we'll do is we'll jump into Lightroom, and these are the four images that I ended up using, and you can see that over time I just basically ended up this final image. The camera's almost pointed straight up at the sky, whereas this first image we're pointed right out at the bridge down below there. So what I'm going to do really quickly is just kind of edit a little bit here just to show you one of the steps that is kind of important in this whole process, and that's this idea of synchronizing your edit across Lightroom photos. So what we're going to do is we have our first image selected and edited, and then we're going to select the other three images that we want to use in this panoramic photo, and then we're going to click sync and then synchronize. And what that's going to do is it's going to bring all the settings that I just changed here in this first photo across to the other three images. So now what we would do is we would export these images out, and then we would open them up in Photoshop. I've already done that just to save some time. So you can see these are the images that I actually used in the photo. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go to File, Automate, Photo Merge. And what this is going to do is it's going to bring up this dialog box. If you click Add Open Files, it'll actually bring in all the photos that are, or all the files that are already open in Photoshop. And then you just click OK. And now what this is going to do is it's going to take all four of those photos and put them all into this one palette here with as four different layers, and then it's going to mask them together and position them how it thinks that it should be positioned based on the content of each photo. Because my computer's a little slow, it's going to take a few minutes, so I'm just going to edit that time out, and I'll be back in at least for you, it'll be a matter of seconds. Okay, so here we are back. The image has been blended together. You can see over here on the right-hand side how Photoshop decided to do that. And I've actually recorded this a few times. This is like my third or fourth take, just running through this process, trying to get the video right. And I've noticed that each time it does actually do this masking slightly differently. So that's something to note. If you don't like how it came out the first time, you could try it again, and maybe it'll do a better job the next time through. So what you can see here right now is that we have all this empty space because of how it's fit everything together. You have like this really top like mushroom looking figure here. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our crop tool, and we're just going to come down and we're going to crop in some kind of a like rectangular figure here, and we're just going to accept this crop. And the problem that we still have is that the corners are still these empty spaces. Now we could come in and we could crop in like this, but as you would notice, it would actually cut into our bridge, and it just wouldn't work compositionally. So what we're going to have to do is figure out how to deal with these corners. So if you go and you merge your layers down, you're left with this one image. And then if you select the content area of your image, we can go up to Select Inverse, and that will select everything that isn't your image. And then we'll go to Select Modify Expand, and we're going to expand by 10 pixels. I find that 10 pixels works pretty well for what we're going to do. And what that basically does is it just expands the selection that we have by 10 pixels. And so then we're going to do Shift Delete, and that'll bring up our Content Aware Fill dialog box, and click OK. And again, this is going to take a couple of minutes, so I'll just edit this process out. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so here we are. We have this rectangular image, and as you can see, Photoshop has filled in the corners for us. can go and deselect those. And now that's basically the hard part. That's it that we really need to do. The rest would be up to you as far as finalizing your edits and how you want the photograph to look. But stitching everything together and the synchronizing in Lightroom and all of that might have been new to you. So I hope I was able to teach you something and show you something new. If you do have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer them. If you like this video, please click like, and don't forget to subscribe if you have yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.